Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend, having a great start to your August. Thank you for joining our Pax8 Microsoft monthly update for August today. Super excited to jump into it. I'm your host, Vanda Patel. I'm our Microsoft Enablement Manager here at Pax8. I'll be covering for Kristen today while she's out. Again, really excited to kick off our monthly update and go through all of our key updates for this month with you. So just jumping right into it, we're going to go through our agenda for the day. So we're going to start off with a couple quick introductions of the team who will be joining us today, going through our topics. We're going to kick it off with our Inspire highlights. Inspire was just 2 weeks ago, so I want to go through some of the key highlights that came from there. Next, we'll be covering program updates, security and AI, and then we'll be closing out with some Dynamics 365 information. So really excited to get started. First, let me introduce you to our group of hosts. Again, I'm Vanda Patel, the Microsoft Enablement Manager here at Pax8. Joining us today will be Matt Batterby, our GTM Solutions Director over Dynamics. We'll have Ashley join us today, our Director of Microsoft Programs, and Britton Tremblay, who is also a GTM Solutions Director over Modern Work. So happy to have them here, excited to jump in, and let's do it. So we'll be kicking off with Inspire highlights. Inspire was just a quick 2 weeks ago, and man, was it a whirlwind. We heard a slew of new announcements, new updates come from Microsoft throughout the week, and I wanted to just choose a couple of the top level ones to share with you all today. So getting started with it is Microsoft's mission. First thing we heard from Microsoft during Inspire was the updates to their key pillars that support their mission statement. Empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. These key pillars support their main mission statement. So when we think support inclusive growth, economic growth, protect fundamental rights, create a sustainable future, and earn trust in technology, all of these key pillars Microsoft wants to achieve to support their mission. And that is more important now more than ever, especially with the growth in AI that we're seeing in the new AI era that is here and present. Talking about AI, let's take a look at what partner opportunities look like over the decades. Thanks to technology such as PC, web and internet, cloud and mobile, we've seen partner opportunity jump to $22 trillion worldwide since 1989. But that's nothing compared to what AI will do for partner opportunity over the next few years. Microsoft expects that the global GDP will increase by $7 to $10 trillion due to AI, with $2.5 trillion of new revenue generated by partners in the ecosystem in the next 2 years. 2 years compared to the last cloud and mobile growth, which took 10 years to reach that $22 trillion number. So we're seeing AI really disrupt the game. It's coming in fast, coming in hot, and Microsoft is making a big bet all over AI. And as we jump into it, I want to cover some of the AI tools that Microsoft announced during Inspire. First are related to the modern workplace. First, we heard about Bing Chat Enterprise. For those of you out there who use Microsoft Edge, you may be familiar with Bing Chat already inside of the Microsoft Edge browser for consumers. It's a way consumers can interact with ChatGPT in a web browser interface that makes it easy for them to pull in all of the information from traditional search engines, but bring in that generative power of AI. With Bing Chat Enterprise, this is an AI-powered chat for the commercial workplace, packed with commercial data protection. So when you think of Bing Chat Enterprise, this is a tool that you can use in your business through Microsoft Edge that pulls in all of your corporate data, that uses your corporate data to give you generated content that's specific to your business, that's aligned with your business, and not so broad when it's powered by just a general search engine, right? This is available and rolling out to customers today. This starts at no additional costs for select M365 plans. So partners who have Microsoft 365 Business Premium, E3, E5, they will be able to access Bing Chat Enterprise starting today. And if not today, it'll be rolling out very soon. The next thing we heard was more information around Microsoft 365 Copilot. Microsoft 365 Copilot is here to unlock productivity for you and your customers. So with this, Microsoft is infusing AI into all of their Office tools, Copilot in Outlook, Copilot in Teams. All of these tools will allow you to summarize meetings, emails, make the way you work in a traditional fashion that much faster. Now, while we have no current release date, Microsoft has given us a price point of $30 per user per month as the starting price for 365 Copilot. As we hear more information, and as Britton will be talking about Microsoft 365 Copilot a little later today, we'll be working hard to bring you more updates regarding Copilot and the release date and when partners will be able to start selling and start rolling this out with their customers. Now, next are some amazing AI tools inside of Dynamics 365. So first we have Microsoft Sales Copilot, and this may seem a little familiar. It's almost an evolution of Viva Sales, if you would. So with this, it makes it easier for sellers to create contextual emails that use CRM data. It makes it easier to prepare for customer meetings with summaries generated right there for sellers in real time. They can get real-time tips, suggested answers during their meetings when prompted by their end customer. So the Sales Copilot is really here to empower your sellers and get them to increase their productivity while they're on their phones, while they're talking with their customers, and simultaneously make it easy for them. Sales Copilot is generally available today with Dynamics 365 Sales Enterprise and Premium, so you may have customers that are interested in it. If you have more questions, please reach out to us. We have a team of PSCs who are ready and available to talk to you about Microsoft Sales Copilot and how you can get started with that today. And next, this was my personal favorite announcement from Inspire, Power Automate Process Mining. This is a phenomenal tool that makes it easier for businesses to refine their business processes. When you think about Power Automate Process Mining, this takes a current business process, helps you map it out in a nice flow, but then with the power of AI, it'll suggest improvements inside of your business processes to make it easier, to make processes faster, to refine them. And this will be generally available starting August 1st of this year. So stay tuned for more information there as Microsoft begins rolling this tool out. We'll be sharing more as we hear it. Next we heard about some amazing updates to Microsoft's programs, right? We talked about AI, we talked about the tools that are being announced, but with the slew of new tools coming in, Microsoft also understands that partners need to be able to specialize and showcase that they are experts in this new AI field. So with this, Microsoft is evolving their current Microsoft Cloud Partner Program into the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. And with this, we'll see new designations and new specializations. So coming in for new designations alongside our existing 6, we'll have one for support services, we'll have one for training services, and there will be a new designation specifically for ISVs who are developing AI tools in the market. Now, those are our main core designations, and underneath those, we have some new specializations coming to our existing designations. So when we look at the BizApps designation, some of the new specializations coming in there are intelligent automation, business intelligence, finance, sales, service, and supply chain. And then for our Azure designations in data and AI, we'll see a build and modernize AI apps. And for infrastructure, they're actually combining 2 existing specializations to make one new specialization, infrastructure and database migration. With these new designations and new specializations, Microsoft wants to make it easier for partners to differentiate themselves in the market, especially as these new AI tools start to roll out. As Microsoft gives us more information on these new designations and specializations, we'll be sharing that with you to let you know how you can earn these designations, how you can start to earn these specializations and start to adopt AI for your business. And then next, alongside our Cloud Partner Program, we also heard some awesome new updates to funding packages for our partners' investments. So we have updates to Azure Migrate and Modernize and Azure Innovate. So with the new investment, the new funding that comes in, it makes it easier for partners to increase their deal velocity, make it easier to send out pilots, to bring out their best technical practices, It makes it easier to maximize your earning opportunities, which with investments across every stage of the customer journey. And Microsoft makes it easier to activate on the investments, but also makes it easier to activate on customer scenarios and help you give full end-to-end coverage to your customers when it comes to their data migration and their AI innovation needs. Now, we've talked a lot about the AI tools. We've talked about how the AI tools have adjusted some of the programs that Microsoft has currently, but let's dive right into the AI opportunity and how partners can get started on it today. We look at the first one, starting to build on the AI platform and Copilot stack. So some of this is for ISVs who are deep into the market, but for our CSP partners, when we think about building on an Azure AI platform and a Copilot stack, we really want to talk about the different Copilots. Copilot is really a part of the fabric across all of Microsoft apps, right? When we think modern work, biz apps, Azure, AI and Copilot is bleeding into all of that. So when you have these conversations with your customers, it's important to remember that AI Copilot is going to evolve the way they work currently with the tools that they are using currently. Next is differentiate with AI certifications and enablements. Alongside the updates we heard for the AI Cloud Partner Program, Microsoft is also rolling out new training paths for partners to start learning and growing their own education in the AI field. So Microsoft will be rolling out specific boot camps. They'll be rolling out specific training days related to AI. And we'll be sharing those out as Microsoft continues to post those and share those with our partners. Next is leveraging investments and incentives. It starts with the Azure Migrate, Azure Innovate investments, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, and that's just where we're starting. Over the course of the next year, we'll most likely see Microsoft make large investments in AI, and with that comes investments into our partner ecosystem. We want to do our best to be ready to receive those investments when Microsoft is ready to deliver them, and that means getting AI ready as soon as possible. And when we talk about AI ready, there's nothing more important than scaling your AI go-to-market. Coming out of Inspire, Microsoft delivered a lot of AI go-to-market resources for our partners to access and use, from playbooks to white papers to play-in boxes for partners to use, download, and start using with their customers. There's a slew of new resources being generated by Microsoft today from Inspire today, and that will be coming out in the future. And this will be imperative to be getting AI ready and embracing the AI opportunity. And now one of the last things I wanted to touch on that Microsoft talked about during Inspire was their Microsoft customer engagement methodology. This is something that is near and dear to me because here at Pax8, we also have something very similar to this that we call command of the message. And when we think about command of the message, when we think about Microsoft's customer engagement methodology, this is all about how do we interact with our customers and deliver the best experience possible, from the time we start an interaction to the time we close a sale, and then the post-sale. How do we create that nice flow? How do we support our customers through this? And we'll be hearing more about this from Microsoft. You'll be hearing more about it from Pax8. Stay tuned for more information here, and we'll be sharing resources such as playbooks, white papers to help you understand more of what this journey looks like. And then just to close off here, I can't cover all of our Inspire updates in this one session, unfortunately, but we do have a one-stop shop for you guys to catch all of the Inspire insights. If you did not get a chance to tune into Inspire, if you didn't get a chance to, Pax8 has it all. We have 2 blogs, 2 video recaps covering everything that was discussed during Inspire, everything that was announced, and all of the new program updates there. So if you're looking for more information, these are the resources. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. And with that, I'm going to pass over to Ashley to go through some program updates, some from Inspire, some not from Inspire. So Ashley, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Bandit, for the introduction. Wow, what an amazing Inspire event this was this past year. I think it's really exciting to hear about all the new things that are coming in this next fiscal year, and understanding and seeing how Microsoft is looking to grow partner business. I just can't wait to see all these cool things. And I know there's a lot of buzz in the chat about Copilot. When are we going to have access to it? I love seeing new partners. Super excited about these announcements and can't wait to bring you more information to your fingertips. And with that, we're going to be jumping on into programs. My name is Ashley Moretti. If this is your first time joining in, welcome. Thank you. I am coming from Denver, Colorado. I am the director of Microsoft programs on our corporate team, so I support all regions globally to make sure that the partners in region and the sales teams in region know exactly what they need to be focusing on when it comes to how do we support you as the partner to help you grow your business with your end customers. Before we jump in, I'm going to say there's quite a lot. I know you just heard a lot from Bandit, so please, feel free to drop your questions in if you didn't catch something, if you need me to repeat something. Happy to get those answered either while I'm presenting or afterwards. And just know that we're here to support you and to grow you. And some of these updates are new and some of them are repeat and just reminders, as we have a lot of big changes coming up. So with that, we're going to jump right on in. So the first one is GDAP. Man, we have been talking about GDAP what seems like forever now. It feels like the new commerce experience topic, right? It's been something that's super top of mind for us at Pax8, and we just want to make sure you as your partner understand the changes that are happening in your end customer tenants between both you and the end customer and Pax8 and the end customer. In June of this year, so just 2 months ago, Pax8 did work with Microsoft to get all of our relationships between Pax8 and your end customer transition from DAP to GDAP, and that was half of the transition, right? The second half is making sure you as the partner and the MSP have your DAP relationships transition to GDAP as well. If GDAP is a new topic to you or you're hearing it for the first time, it's a security practice to make sure that your security posture is most up to date and most strict in the environment to prevent unwanted access into the end customer tenant. And so going from DAP, which stands for Delegated Admin Privileges, to GDAP, which is Granular Delegated Admin Privileges, means that we can further secure the end customer environment and only provide access into that environment that is needed. So if a hacker came in and tried to get into the end customer environment, whoever's profile they have hacked to get into there, they would only have access to that specific part. So again, really working to update and modernize and mature your security practices. And like I said, Pax8 had to go through this exercise as well. So Pax8 moved our relationships between us and your end customer back in June as part of the Microsoft-led transition. And then Microsoft is also going to be moving your relationships between you and the end customer this summer, if they already haven't done so, and you as the MSP or partner already haven't done so. So with that, Microsoft did pick up their transitions this month, and you can see here on the screen that the roles that they're going to be activating inside the end customer tenant. I want to call out one new one, which is Global Reader. So we worked with Microsoft for about 2 months, really talking about the importance of having Global Reader in the end customer tenant. And that allows us and you as the MSP to be able to see inside that end customer tenant and be able to troubleshoot when something is wrong. Now, you can't make changes because it's a read-only access, and we don't have access into that, or you won't without other specific roles to make those changes. But it does allow you to take that first step in providing white glove service with your end customer and troubleshooting. Or if you rely on Pax8 to do that, it allows us to take that first step and be able to troubleshoot. So I want to call that out because that is something brand new that was just announced. I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't seen that announcement, know that Global Reader is being added. And I see Bandit came on, so I imagine there's a question for me. Hi, Bandit.
Hey, Ashley, while we're talking about troubleshooting, we actually have a message here from Dan. He's wondering if we are aware of any current outstanding GDAP issues. Dan's currently has a case open with Microsoft, and they're experiencing some issues with access tokens related to their admin portals. Any advice for Dan for how he can go through this current issue, and if this is a wider spread issue?
Yeah, Dan, so I haven't heard of any widespread issues right now with GDAP, but I imagine that if you initiated a GDAP relationship between you and your end customer and you're having access issues, and this is going to sound like, that good old turn your computer on and off again, and I promise I'm not saying that, but it's always good to check your relationships to make sure that you have the right relationships so that the access that you need is part of the relationship request for those tokens. I know I'm presenting right now, but I can drop in a link when I'm done that will go through all of the roles and what they will provide you access to. And then the second thing is, if Microsoft already hasn't had you try this, remove that relationship and potentially reestablish it. Technology can be a wonky thing, and when you're establishing, things may not always transfer over like they should. Otherwise, I haven't heard of any issues, but if you ever need support, please reach out to your account team. We can always work with Microsoft to help get you additional information if you're not getting the support you need from Microsoft directly. So hopefully that provides you with some additional information. Don't want to leave you hanging there, obviously, but let us know how we can help. But the answer is no, we haven't heard of any widespread issues. All right, so just a quick thing, Microsoft's going to be making these changes to your end customer tenant. The end customer will be notified as well, so just make sure that you're aware of that and your customers know that these changes are happening. And then the transitions are good for 365 days, so those GDAP roles are active for 365 days. And if at any time you need to remove the roles, you can, and reestablish roles that you want if you want a more least privileged access. So know that everything is flexible. Microsoft is doing the work for you if you haven't done it yourself already. And thanks, Brian. I see that you just dropped the role guidance. Appreciate you for grabbing that for Dan. And then Dan, I see your new question come in. I'm going to get through the presentation. We'll leave that one, and then I will get an answer to you while we are moving through and Brian and Matt are presenting. All right, so Microsoft also announced that starting July 5th, Microsoft announced on July 5th, starting September 1st, that the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, the Swiss franc, and the Canadian dollar are all going to see pricing increases for products in those currencies. You can see here what those pricing changes are going to be. So again, this is part of Microsoft's attempt to stabilize pricing globally and make sure that everything is consistent pricing back to the US dollar. And so if you are transacting in one of these currencies or in one of these countries, know that starting September 1st, you will see a price increase on all products across the board. However, if you are locked into a current subscription, whether that is on Legacy or New Commerce Experience, you will be price protected through the renewal. So the only way you would see a price increase is if you have a purchase new starting September 1st, a new subscription, or you have a subscription that is coming up for renewal. At the renewal, then they'll see the pricing increase. If you have questions about your renewal dates, please check in the Pax8 marketplace. We have those listed under the subscription details to make it really easy for you to plan and be able to know when you're going to see pricing increases on your subscriptions. If you have any questions about these, your sales teams in all regions are fully aware, so please reach out to one of them and then they can walk you through and help you strategize on what you want to plan for, how you want to notify your customers, etc. Next thing, so this is a repeat announcement, but Microsoft deprecated a ton, I think over 400 legacy products on July 1, meaning that they are no longer being sold in CSP. And the reason for this is because Microsoft's making the move to New Commerce Experience, and all of these legacy offers have a nonprofit offer now in the marketplace. We did go ahead and remove all of these from our platform, so you can no longer purchase these new. But know if you're going in and you're searching for a product and you're like, man, I can't see in the platform, I know it was here. Check to see if there's a new commerce experience version, because like I said, Microsoft's making that transition to new commerce experience, and we should be able to start selling everything over the next couple of months completely in new commerce experience. And with that, we're going to go to the biggest update, which is the CSP legacy seat migration that is going to be happening. So this is going to be happening across all legacy products, commercial, nonprofit, education, and if you're a U.S. customer or partner with U.S. customers, government as well. So Microsoft announced earlier this month, or last month, sorry, man, it's already August, I can't believe that, in July, that starting January 1st, 2024, Microsoft's going to be moving away and kind of ending life of legacy, and everything will have to be transitioned to new commerce experience. And again, that's for all products, commercial, nonprofit, education, and government. These transitions will happen at your renewal. So meaning not on January 1st, is everything going to be moved over. It's going to happen at your renewal. So for both Legacy and NCE, you have a renewal date that's tied to the subscription. And at that renewal, these subscriptions will be migrated to New Commerce Experience. Note when they move to New Commerce Experience, these are starting commitments. Microsoft will do the transition for you if you do not do it ahead of time. And if they do it for you, they're going to be putting you on an annual subscription, either paid monthly or paid up front. It's going to match whatever type of subscription type you have on Legacy. And so with this, right, if you want to move to that traditional month-to-month, you will have a 20% premium that you will need to build into your costs with your end customers, and you will have to make that transition yourself. I want to make this like really clear that Microsoft's moving subscriptions to annual commitments, and you only have that first 7 days to be able to change those commitment types. So if you want to move any of those legacy subscriptions, you have to a true month-to-month and incur that 20% premium. You will have to make the move yourself. Again, sales teams in all regions are very familiar with this information. So if you have any questions on strategy or what this means, please reach out. We'll continue to talk about this over the next couple of months. So we'll make sure that you have everything you need to know ahead of time going into the January transition. But this is going to impact all customer segments. And then with that, if you are a government, nonprofit, or education selling partner, you have subscriptions on those 3 segment types, those offers will be released in November and for new orders. So you can go ahead and in November start transacting those segments on New Commerce Experience if you want to, or you can start to migrate those legacy subscriptions to New Commerce Experience before January if you wish to choose so. Are there any pricing changes for nonprofit clients to move to NCE other than the price increases for moving to monthly? So we have not heard of any pricing increases. We do not have official pricing yet though for Microsoft as well. So with that, we will keep you guys posted as soon as Microsoft releases more information, but we have not heard of any pricing increases, but that is subject to change as we do have a couple months between now and January. But great question. All right, continuing on with tech for social impact. So we have 2 updates on TSI grants. If TSI is a term that you're not familiar with, that's our way of Microsoft saying nonprofit customers. So the Azure grant, so starting October 1st, 2023, the Microsoft Azure grant that you can get, this is direct only with Microsoft, so not available through CSP. But we do know a lot of you take advantage of it. It will be updated to $2,000 USD. So that means if you have an Azure subscription that's on the Azure grant for a nonprofit customer, that first $2,000 in spend is completely free. And so know that you can take advantage of that and the new pricing changes. And then with Dynamics 365 grant, this is actually going to be ending. So this is a current offer in the marketplace right now for Dynamics Legacy. for DC365 Sales Enterprise. And when those subscriptions do come up for renewal starting October 1st or afterwards, the grant pricing will fall off, and then customers will see a charge now for these subscriptions. So want to make sure that you guys are aware of 2 changes to the Tech for Social Impact Grant Program if you are taking advantage of either of these offers. And apologize. I have been super under the weather since last week, and I'm trying my best to get through this, but I apologize for coughing and my scratchy voice. I was hoping to make it through without that, but unfortunately, I think we're getting to that point where my voice is giving out. Oh, sorry, went the wrong, hold on. Got click happy there. Okay. This is a updated but old announcement. So Teams rooms, devices, and licenses. So just want to make sure that if you are selling Teams rooms, devices with licenses, that they need to be licensed properly, meaning if you have a M365 license licensing these devices, Microsoft is not going to allow that going forward, and they are going to make you transition to Teams rooms, Basic or Pro. Basic can be purchased in the M365 Admin Center because it's a $0 SKU. So know that that was something that took effect in July of this year. And then September 30th, that was supposed to be live July of this year, and then it got moved to September 30th, 2023. So just want to call out that if you are licensing that device inappropriately or not compliant, as Microsoft would say, Microsoft is going to make you change that license type to Teams Room Basic or Teams Pro. Also, if you have been using Teams Room Standard or Teams Room Premium, that is a correct license type, but at their renewal, Microsoft's going to make you move to their new licensing, which is Teams Room Basic or Teams Room Pro. Like I said, Basic is available through the M365 Admin Center, and it is free of charge for 25 users. And then Pro is available through CSP and through the Pax8 Marketplace for an upcharge. So if you have any questions on that, again, please reach out to your account team, but please make sure that you're licensing your devices properly, because come September 30th, Microsoft is going to enforce what kind of license is on those devices. All right, and then this is a repeat slide. So this is a big change. Beta talked about it in the Inspire updates, but Microsoft is changing the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. Sorry, I have them backwards, but we'll go to this one first. So just know that there are new designations as well as a new title. So now this is the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program, not MCPP, so MAICPP. And know that there are new designations that you can achieve in order to earn a designation. With these designations, there's also new specializations as well that give you access to special programs and funding, if that's something you take advantage of. But the reason I call this out is because the new programs that are available will also help partners meet one designation, right? So we're going from 6 designations to I believe 8 or 9 designations, and you need a designation in order to continue earning back-end incentives and rebates to the MCI program with Microsoft starting fall of this year, so starting in October. If you don't have an MCP designation, remember you only need one, so there's the old 6 and the new ones, then you will not be able to earn back-end incentives and rebates for the products you're selling. You still can renew your competencies and action pack and be able to get the benefits of those competencies and action packs, but the earning potential has been removed and is only available for those partners who have a designation. In addition to the new designations that Microsoft released on Inspire, Microsoft previously did announce that they have dropped the skilling requirements for designations, and have added new scaling requirements as well to make it easier for partners to obtain the modern workplace and the security designation. So just know that those were released earlier this year. But again, in order to continue earning MCI incentives and rebates, you have to be on a Microsoft designation this fall, or else you won't be able to earn those or eligible to earn those. If there's any questions about that, throw that in the chat. I know this one's been a big topic of discussion because you can renew what you get if you renew on your legacy competencies versus what you get when you get a designation. So happy to answer those. And then we're going to keep moving on here with the last update. So obviously this is a lot of information, and how do partners stay up to date with this information? Well, Pax8 releases a newsletter on Microsoft once a month. It's going to go out this week if you're wondering where the August one is. And with that, make sure you're just signing up for Pax8 inbox and setting your preferences, because this is a great way to stay on top of the information that you want to receive in your email inbox versus your Pax8 inbox. So Pax8 inbox is a new feature that we've released to help you be able to control the notifications you're getting, and make sure you set that up, because the Microsoft Monthly Partner Update is one of those notifications that you get. So we want to make sure you and your team are getting the information that you want. So this is a Pax8 update, not a Microsoft one, but I always like to throw that in there to make sure that you know how to get your Microsoft materials. And with that, we're going to be transitioning over to security and AI with the one and only Britton Tremblay. And so, Britton, I will hand it over to you to talk about all the new things with securing your workplace and the automation that comes along with it.
Excited to do it. I hope you feel better soon, Ashley. Awesome
Thank
job
you.
on a ton of updates. So let's get rolling. I'm excited about the Pax8 inbox. I think that's incredible. And I'm also impressed by Pax8 partners all up, because the updates can sometimes be a lot to take in, but we steadily see the attendance rate go up throughout the event. Like, people are calling people to say, like, get on the call. There's stuff going on you need to know. And that always makes me happy. So take a deep breath, because we're about to dive in a little deep on some AI and security updates that we saw come out of Inspire. As we absorbed all that news incoming from Inspire in July, we couldn't keep up with how often we heard AI. So let's go a little deeper and see what's happening. Starting with the world today, things around us are changing rapidly, and organizations are needing to adapt. And this is nothing new. If we look back just a couple of years, we saw organizations that had already invested in their own digital foundations, and they were better able to weather the disruption during the pandemic than their peers. Many of them emerged stronger than before. And we at Pax8 believe we're on the cusp of a similar inflection point today. The pressures are different. After years of disruption driven by the pandemic, industries are continuing to transform quickly, and with more connected global populations, we've also seen security threats emerge and evolve faster than ever. But the pace of innovation hasn't slowed. We're having conversations around AI every day, and I'm sure you've had customers ask you about AI already. 14% of workers say that they saw a productivity boost in the first months of generative AI on the market. With over 200 million users in the first few months, ChatGPT really captured people's imagination. And it's also captured the interest of businesses looking to invest. IDC estimates that there will be around 300 billion in investments by 2026, building on the 50% of businesses that are already investing in AI. And we believe that Microsoft is positioned to help you address this opportunity and help your customers leverage AI wisely, with Pax8 as your support. The technology is advancing incredibly quickly, and it is grabbing headlines every day. Experiences based on large language models like ChatGPT have taken the world by storm, in part because they can draw a vast store of data, leveraging massive computing power available today in the cloud. And we've seen that the technology breakthrough with consumers are not just for tech anymore. As a result, you can expect your employees to start asking for these kinds of experiences in the tools that they use every day, and the employees of all of your end users. Similarly, customers quickly come to expect AI capabilities once they see the market availability. But there's a third element that we're really not, we're going shot forward quite a bit here. There we go. The third element that's really exciting right now and is the real tangible impact that the technology can drive within your business. Organizations across multiple industries are already seeing the benefits of AI today. CarMax, for example, deploys Azure OpenAI services on top of its vast customer review database, and that way it can generate unique summaries for all of the cars that are available on their website. Progressive is using AI-powered chatbots, and they save $10 million every year as the bots can answer up to 200,000 queries each month in personalized, intelligent, and text-based responses. And EY is using intelligent document automation with its clients in its new contract auditing services that save clients an average of 250,000 hours of manual work. With the world changing, technology advancing, and the potential for real meaningful impact, the opportunity is yours to lead the AI transformation. And we're here to help you seize that full potential of AI, safeguard your business, your data, and your employees. As Vandit mentioned earlier today, the mission at Microsoft is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And as we enter the age of AI, that mission matters more than ever. If the goal is to lead the AI transformation for a new era, we know that Microsoft has the track record to help us do that. Because the Microsoft Cloud has been powering digital transformation for organizations for years, and it is the most trusted and comprehensive cloud. After spending decades with research and development of AI, Microsoft created purpose-built AI infrastructure to deliver reliability and performance at scale. And this is why Microsoft began their responsible AI journey back in 2017. Believing that the development and deployment of AI must be guided by the creation of an ethical framework, in 2018, they set out the view that there are 6 core principles that should guide our future work around AI. It's not enough to define the principles, we have to operationalize them as well. And we're focused on 4 key areas that help put these AI principles into action. First, you need governance. Second, you need rules to standardize AI requirements. Third, you need training and best practices. And fourth, you need the tools for implementation. So we'll talk some about the tooling later on, but we want to ask the real first question: how do you really get started with AI? And the answer is, if you're a Microsoft partner, then you've already started, because AI has always been a core of the growth of the Microsoft Cloud. The Microsoft Cloud was built to help organizations be more productive and to make it easier to use your data to make business decisions. AI has been an integral part of the data and AI stack for several years, and it's already integrated into our productivity and business application solutions that you already know and love. But the exciting announcements that have broadened this integration of AI into a consumer-facing solution is Copilot, where AI works alongside you in more interactive ways. So let's start by taking a step back and look at how organizations are already working with Microsoft AI. This shows some of the examples of how customers are using existing AI solutions to drive real business impact. Use cases include coding, personalized recommendations, speech transcriptions, insider risk management. There's a great customer story here about the NBA using Azure AI solutions to help drive their court optics solution. But we've also built AI functionality into core products. In Microsoft Teams, Azure AI transcribes over 54 million hours of meetings in real time and captions 6.8 million characters a day. And each day, people create up to 4.1 million PowerPoint slides using Designer. Now, with our partnership with OpenAI, we're releasing technology that helps you build customer AI models and helps your customers unlock productivity, allowing them to further incorporate this AI into the products through the Copilot technology. So let's check out how the OpenAI integration powers. The Azure OpenAI service enables organizations to use that most advanced AI model in the world, including GPT 3.5, GPT-4, Codex, and DALL-E 2. These are large-scale generative AI models that are pre-trained with deep understandings of language and code, and they can be used for a variety of use cases. The core offering for building custom AI models is Azure OpenAI service. This allows you to use supported OpenAI models as is, or adapt and customize the AI models to meet your specifications. And importantly, use Azure OpenAI services that incorporate into the Microsoft responsibilities that we've already covered today, using and including features like filtering and moderating the content of users' requests and responses to ensure that the coding and the language AI models are being used only for their intended purposes. Azure OpenAI is also the driver for the Copilot framework, and we're using all of that to take AI integration to the next level. So a Copilot is an AI orchestration tool that you can interact with using your natural language. It connects your applications to a foundational AI model. You can connect your organization's data to a pre-built AI model and then use a Copilot to receive answers that are specific to your applications or your data. The Copilot framework allows us to integrate natural language processing into every one of the products, and users become more productive by having a better grasp on the underlying data that's driving their applications each and every day. It's all done through a GPT type interface that's easy to use and based on your fluid language, means you don't have to learn any further code or tech to interact with it. And one of the best examples of how Copilot works is to look at the Copilot that's already commercially available, GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot provides developers AI-powered assistance, and it helps them to automate tasks. It recommends code snippets, and it works with all of the popular programming languages. And of course, these results speak for themselves. Developers that use Copilot are 55% more productive. 46% of lines of code are written by developers using Copilot, fully AI generated. Debugging and looking up regular expressions is not satisfying. And by having some of this work auto-generated, developers can instead focus on things that make them feel more satisfied, complete their work faster, and feel more productive. And this is really how transformational AI is meant to work. So, GitHub Copilot was the first Copilot experience that was generally available, but it is only the start. Microsoft aims to take that success of GitHub Copilot, helping employees be more productive and finding more meaning in their work, and apply it across the entire Microsoft Cloud product suite. They've announced Copilot integrations for Power BI, Microsoft Fabric, Microsoft 365, Windows 11, Power Platform, Dynamics 365, Nuance, and Copilot for Security. The goal is to have a Copilot for every Microsoft Cloud experience, to help workers using every Microsoft product be more productive. And in Microsoft 365, it will work alongside you in your everyday tasks, helping you unlock your creativity, unleash your productivity, and up-level your skills. In Dynamics 365 Copilot, this will transform the way your employees use your business applications, all the way down to Microsoft Security Copilot, which provides AI-assisted security professional help. Copilots are bringing the power of AI to employees and allowing them to become more productive with their Microsoft tools. This represents a new paradigm in AI-powered software. What was once behind the tools in more of an autopilot shifts to sit beside you in the work that you do every day. Imagining new product scenarios, improving the user experience, and sharpening and making more efficient use of your architecture. So let's dive a little deeper into a couple of the solutions. Microsoft 365 Copilot, the Copilot for modern work. Copilot combines that power of the large language model into your organization's data within your Microsoft graph. This is your calendars, emails, chats, documents, meetings, beyond that. And the Microsoft 365 app turns those words into the most powerful productivity tool on the planet. Microsoft Copilot is a better way of doing things and an entirely new way of working. Let's break down how the integration can help you. It's integrated in a few ways. First, it can work alongside you, embedded into the apps that you use every day, allowing you to be more creative in Word, more analytical in Excel, more expressive in your PowerPoint, more productive in Outlook, and more collaborative in Teams. And the second is the brand new experience, Business Chat. Business Chat works across all of your M365 apps, and the data is there in real time to be turned into knowledge. So with Business Chat, you can spend less time focused on the tools and more time focused on the work. You can ask Copilot to summarize what's going on with a given customer, highlight and summarize where you're at with an important project, or create brand new content using references from multiple sources of your existing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is currently in paid preview, as we mentioned earlier today, and it is scheduled to be available in Microsoft's FY24, but there is no GA date yet announced. And we'll move on now to security. This comprehensive approach to security is going to provide unparalleled visibility, automation, and intelligence driving, giving the capability to deliver on these 4 core targets. Security Copilot can help you safeguard an entire organization, including devices, identities, apps, and more, with the integrated solution that's built to work across platforms and cloud environments. Catching these threats before they cause any damage is always the priority. We believe the ability to do this is directly correlated to the breadth and amount of visibility. They process massive volumes of data every day, 65 trillion signals to be exact. And with those broad and diverse data sets, it's available to train this security AI model in a way that could be able to catch threats that others may miss. This allows you to respond more effectively and overall improve the security posture of the organizations that you serve. With that peace of mind that comes with a comprehensive security solution, you can become free to grow, create, and innovate at the business level. And technology should be enabling you to go further and faster. And with this unique position, we all understand how mission critical security work is, and we're here to be your allies throughout this journey. Security Copilot combines the most advanced GPT-4 model from OpenAI with a Microsoft-developed security-specific model, powered by Microsoft Security's unique expertise, the global threat intelligence, and comprehensive security product stack. Security Copilot is the heart of the Microsoft Security product portfolio, and it allows security professionals to become more productive and to fully leverage all security solutions that they're already using. Just as M365 Copilot uses signals from your Microsoft graph, Security Copilot will be able to look at data and signals from across the Microsoft Security suite. Just like the other copilots that we've talked about today, Security Copilot allows users to ask questions about security incidents and can drastically reduce the response time to minutes instead of what would have once taken hours or possibly days. As an AI-powered assistant, users can efficiently scan organizational data and provide a deep understanding of security incidents to catch what may have been missed before. The Copilot is a complement to the work of a security professional. It is the capability that is going to be built into existing security solutions. So allow it to come alongside you and truly complement the work that you're already doing with your end users today. By now, I hope you're asking, how do I get started with the product? So we'll overview where we're at with what's available today. You want to get your data estate ready with Azure. When you work in this space, you're investing to evaluate data estate and make the necessary moves to migrate to Azure. You can work with us to do a data estate assessment with your customers and help them understand how to build a foundational track to be ready for AI in the cloud. You can work with Dynamics 365 Copilot today as a part of solutions like Viva Sales, helping to increase seller productivity by harnessing the power of the generative AI to create rich, relevant content right inside your M365 apps that the team is already using. And of course, if M365 Copilot is something that you're excited to experience, then just make sure that you are already on the path to foundational secure productivity with Business Premium. Likewise, getting a peek at what's next. There we go. And if you're wanting to work with Security Copilot, you'll be looking to adopt Microsoft Defender, Microsoft Sentinel, and being sure that your security foundations are set now in the Microsoft Cloud. As you bring your data real estate together within your existing cloud products, you're preparing your end customers to be AI ready when these products have availability for us to continue to bring forward to you. We will definitely keep you updated as general availability dates increase for or begin to be announced for each of these that have not had those yet. And I'm excited to hop into our next quick topic, which can show you how you can work with AI with Microsoft today to help boost your Microsoft business. Sales Advisor has been included in Microsoft 365 Lighthouse. And I'm excited to walk through how that can help AI go to work for you right now as a Microsoft partner. Microsoft data shows that while many customers successfully onboard, nearly 1 in 3 customers could benefit from deployment assistance. So this is not only a services opportunity, but an opportunity to improve retention and minimize churn. Today, only 4 in 10 SMB customers are licensed with that secure foundational productivity of business premium, which means that roughly 60% of your install base could benefit from a more productive solution by upgrading to business premium. And when it comes to managed services, despite 57% of SMB customers saying that managed services are very valuable to them, we only see managed services attached to 1 in every 4 customers. Tapping into these opportunities is easier said than done, and it requires the right tools, the right data, and the right insights to make that possible. And that has not always been readily available. Last year at Microsoft Inspire, Microsoft announced the public preview of Project Orland. It was a way to solve for many of these challenges and help you discover the unique opportunities that exist within your current customer base. Project Orland has taken on a new name as Sales Advisor, and it's generally available within M365 Lighthouse, bringing the customer success pillars of sales and support together under one common platform. So quickly, we'll cover what is M365 Lighthouse if you're not already working with it. And Microsoft 365 Lighthouse enables CSP to grow their businesses and deliver managed services to customers at scale through a single pane of glass. With Lighthouse, you can standardize configurations, manage risk, identify AI-driven sales opportunities now that Sales Advisor has joined along, and engage with your customers at scale, allowing CSPs to anticipate their customers' needs and maximize their investment in Microsoft 365. If you'd like to follow along on the updates I'm sharing, you can visit aka.ms/M365 Lighthouse. Sales Advisor is a powerful tool and it uses AI-powered recommendations. It's enabling you to improve your overall go-to-market strategy. It goes beyond sales and keeping existing customers and actually allows you to actively find and seize new opportunities. And that will allow you to attract new users and deeper penetration into the Microsoft Cloud, which reduces churn and improves your customer loyalty. Sales Advisor uses business rules, customer usage, and licensing information to perform probability modeling. The modeling generates personalized recommendations for each customer, and that sales guidance can improve relevance for you. So the capabilities help us to understand how customers interact with a product or solution. Through that data, you can anticipate customer needs and improve their performance in the various stages of their customer lifecycle with you. Leveraging these same data models and the insights that the Microsoft sellers use for their own account management at Microsoft, partners can now target customers' engagement right at the right time with the right actions. They can engage with their customers when they're ready for the next step of their digital transformation, just based on their general usage patterns. They can get an early warning of customers where direct engagement could help them avoid some sort of churn. They can also access personalized marketing content, so pitch decks, usage information, other specifics about the customer that can help you open the conversation effectively to close the sale. And of course, it will give you best practice recommendations directly from Microsoft that are relevant for your customers. Sales Advisor brings that power of AI straight to you, helping you optimize your customer interaction and overall increase their satisfaction and loyalty. And it's more than just a tool to help you sell more. It's a way to transform that customer relationship and deliver more value at every possible touch point. With the AI-driven customer insights, the tool provides you the context behind the data and why the recommendation is assumed to be the right fit for your customer. Sales Advisor also provides specific suggested actions to take with the content and the offer to match and leverage towards your customer. This makes for a very turnkey experience, and that can save you time and effort and increase efficiency within your sales and your support teams in tandem. Because when it comes to building and enabling an effective approach to customer success, we know that that is a team sport. If you're not already working with M365 Lighthouse, I'm sure you're wanting to now, and I'm excited to hear that. So luckily, M365 Lighthouse is available to all CSP partners. The capabilities are targeted towards small and medium business, as many of our Pax8 resellers are. So in order to sign up for M365 Lighthouse, a partner needs only be enrolled as a CSP and follow the guidance at aka.ms/M365 Lighthouse. We look forward to continue to bring more towards you as AI develops with Microsoft's landscape. And this is where, unless there's questions, I will hand it off to Matt.
Thanks, Britton. I mean, I feel like this is a little bit unfair. I've got to follow you. You did such an amazing job. It's like you've really set the bar here on this session. So great job. So yeah, onto the Dynamics 365 piece. And this is again another really important session here, or really area of this session. When you look at everything that came out of Inspire, you know, 6 new advanced specialization for business applications. You know, you look at the MSEM that Vandit covered earlier on the Microsoft Customer Engagement Methodology. The first solutions that you see when you go onto that website is BizApps, it's data and AI, it's app innovation. So BizApps is a real clear focus for Microsoft and a clear opportunity, a growth opportunity for Microsoft partners as well. And we at Pax8 enable partners like nobody else can. So really enabling you to capitalize on the opportunity. And again, some of that opportunity, you know, BizApps in terms of Microsoft 365 and Dynamics 365, sorry, you know, 29% growth year over year, faster than the market average. $168 billion total addressable market. And then you look at the amount of partners that are trying to capitalize on that opportunity. You know, Microsoft talked around drawing Inspire again, 11,000 Dynamics 365 partners worldwide, up around 1,300 year over year. And that's great, but it's still less than 3% of all Microsoft partners worldwide. They said that was around 400,000. So again, it really highlights that there's a huge addressable market and there's a huge opportunity, and not enough partners really going after that opportunity. And that's why still today, only around 2% of Microsoft 365 customers are using Dynamics 365. And it really highlights, you know, the market that's there, probably in your existing customer base today. And I've got a slide or two later on just to highlight how we help you attack that opportunity. And again, one last statistic that really caught my eye during Inspire, and you know, I think is really relevant to this. Again, 70% of SMBs are planning to increase IT spending over the next 12 months, and 53% of those are looking at aiming that directly at digitizing their business applications, and even in particular finance. So again, huge opportunity there. And again, Britton did such an amazing job talking around Copilot, and you know, you know, one of the best stories of Copilot I've seen for sure. And again, when you look at, yes, Microsoft 365 Copilot, there's some phenomenal things coming there. You know, when you look at Outlook, for example, and being able to summarize entire email threads really easily. Now imagine having a Microsoft CRM solution like Dynamics 365 Sales, and being able to just seamlessly get that email thread that you've summarized already using Copilot and save it down to an account all automatically in Dynamics 365 without even leaving Outlook. all of a sudden that Copilot story gets even better. And I feel like that's why this section is so important. You know, Dynamics 365 is only going to get more and more of a hot topic, even in your customer base. When you think about the fact that with Copilot, they're going to be able to do all these incredible things in PowerPoint, Word, Outlook. They're going to start asking questions about, well, why doesn't their CRM system or why doesn't their finance solution enable them to utilize AI as well? So I feel like Dynamics 365 is definitely a hot topic. It definitely was during Inspire. It definitely is at Pax8. And like I say, we're enabling partners like nobody else. So how are we doing that? And there's been a ton of talk around how we really enable partners across the entire Microsoft suite and the entire business application suite with services across Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform, whether that's through our internal professional services or even through a P2P model where we can really enable you across anything that is thrown at you in terms of Dynamics 365, be it, you know, from Business Central up to F&O or field service or remote assist or anything at all. We have partners, implementation and professional service partners that can support you. But in terms of how we can support you in-house here at Pax8, you know, following on from our acquisition of Bam Boom Cloud, now our business applications professional service team, we're really enabling partners to deploy Business Central and Sales Professional so much better than ever before with fixed price, fixed outcome approach, really enabling SMBs to capitalize on this incredible technology that they're not using today. And I wanted to actually put a little bit of focus there on Sales Professional in particular. There's been a ton of talk around Business Central. If you knew Bam Boom Cloud when they were Bam Boom Cloud, you know their bread and butter was Business Central. But the work that they have done on Dynamics 365 Sales Professional as well, enabling partners, enabling SMBs to use this technology and have a better CRM system. And when you look at what you're likely to be competing with here, it's Excel as a CRM system, which it's a great tool. I'm an Excel nerd myself, but it's not a CRM tool, or even those as we call freemium CRM solutions. And Dynamics 365 Sales does an incredible job. And even if you get the professional grade of that, because again, I will admit, more and more SMBs are looking at Sales Enterprise as well. In fact, the average deal size between professional and enterprise is exactly the same because more and more SMBs want to utilize AI. So huge opportunity there. But when you look at Sales Professional, really enabling SMBs to actually have a proper CRM system, enabling them to create quotes, process orders and submit invoices all from Outlook. Again, that seamless integration between Outlook, Teams, Dynamics 365 is extremely powerful and extremely well needed, you know, especially in SMBs in your customer base. So something to keep in mind. But again, really enabling that collaboration as well. I'm sure we've all worked in PowerPoints together. I'm sure we've all worked on Excel spreadsheets together, or maybe all of us have worked through Teams together. But again, having that in your CRM system is just next level in terms of enabling a business to be more productive. Again, using sales as an example here, 70% of a seller's time is spent not selling. It's spent doing admin. It's spent, you know, copying and pasting notes into a CRM system, followed by an email template, followed by Teams messages around the business with updates. And really being able to streamline those processes and get them all in one tool is much more effective, not having to jump around different applications. So again, Sales Professional is going to fit a lot of your customers. And again, if you want to utilize Pax8 professional services, which is the best thing about, you know, being, what I would consider one of the best things about being a Pax8 partner, we really enable you across the entire Microsoft suite like nobody else. You know, right now, whether you've sold Dynamics 365 before or you haven't, as a Pax8 partner, you can raise your hand and say, I am a Dynamics 365 partner. And again, some of the advantages of doing this I'll come on to shortly. But again, on those implementation options, there's a few different options across Business Central, across Sales Professional. And again, our acquisition of Bam Boom Cloud has really enabled us to really uplift what we're able to do for our partners right here in-house at Pax8. with Launchpad enabling self-guided implementation, which again, that's completely unique to Pax8. You know, they've done an incredible job enabling that self-guided implementation like nobody else can, and really caught a lot of attention even within Microsoft, enabling us to really take this to market with you and your customers. And then fixed price and fixed scope plans. And this is really powerful when you look at an SMB. Some of the biggest barriers to entry in terms of Dynamics 365, or even just an upgrade or a completely new CRM or ERP solution, is the cost of implementation. And I've seen it time and time again. And again, with the fixed price, fixed outcome approach, we're able to keep those costs down. But not only that, enable a rapid deployment, a rapid implementation, going from months and months and months to a couple of weeks, being able to implement, whether it's a full ERP solution or CRM solution, enabling your businesses to get up and running faster with their new solutions. So really, a really powerful way of doing things in terms of Dynamics 365 implementation. In terms of your role within this is to capitalize and to accelerate, and to do it easier than you've ever been able to do that before. You know, again, growing your Dynamics licensing revenue. If you have nothing right now, then that's a great starting point. We can help you get started. But what I would say, the other advantages of selling Dynamics 365 Dynamics licensing, it's other things. Reducing churn is a great one. You know, again, I go back to those 400,000 Microsoft partners worldwide. Around 75% of them transact Microsoft 365 alone, or modern work and security alone. That's a huge part of partners to be competing with that don't do anything else. So really enabling you to reduce your churn. You know, a typical modern work and security modern work partner has a churn rate around 25% year over year, losing 25% of their customers to other partners. We're enabling with Dynamics 365 as an addition to drop that churn to less than 1%. It's an incredibly sticky solution, enabling you to add more value to your customers and help you grow that Microsoft 365 customer base as well. Really easy. And also in terms of the Azure footprint as well, I want to call out, we're seeing a direct correlation between adding Dynamics 365 into your offering and then an increase in Azure consumption. And there's some really great ways that we're seeing this happening. But the fact that you can, you know, for example, I have really good conversations with our Azure GTM director talking around, well, how do we help grow the Azure practices that we have at Pax8? Well, we get them selling Dynamics, it's going to drive that Azure consumption. So these things go really hand in hand. So much so that, you know, again, Britton, myself, Elliot, across the different solution areas of Microsoft in our respective roles are working extremely closely together because we really see the value in, well, if you sell this, you're going to do more of this. And also, you know, across the Power Platform as well. You know, be that they start utilizing Dynamics 365, they're finally harnessing data, again, being able to then visualize that data using Power BI. So all these things link together, enabling you to become extremely sticky to your customers and add so much value. And again, we make that so easy through Pax8. So again, we have a great sales process in place to enable you, again, to make this really easy. You can go through your account management team, our PSE team, to really enable you to add these customers really quickly and even go into your existing customer base and support you throughout that process. We have documentation, you know, to really help scope out what the opportunity looks like, deliver demos, proposals, and go through the implementation. So really supporting you throughout the entire process of selling Dynamics 365. And again, we can support with end customer marketing. You know, there's a ton of content that's come out even from Inspire with email templates, social media campaign templates, all these things to help you go to market really easy with these solutions. So we can definitely help you there. You know, whether that's webinars to end customers as well, we've seen those be extremely effective in terms of just educating customers in what is out there from Microsoft in terms of CRM and ERP solutions, or even getting rid of some of the myths that maybe those solutions aren't SMB suitable when they very much are. So again, those webinars have been really effective. We have sales training. So it's available in Pax8 Academy. There's a 1-hour Dynamics 365 training course to enable you and enable your sales teams to very easily start to spot opportunities and unlock those opportunities within your customer base. And through that training, actually, we're seeing that customers are unlocking more than just Dynamics opportunities. Could be security, could be Azure, different types of opportunities across the entire Microsoft suite just by asking the kind of questions that we present in that training. And then also, referrals. Again, it's even outside of Sales Professional and Business Central, those any kind of Dynamics 365 opportunity we can support with. We can also help you unlock those opportunities in your existing customer base through Cloud Ascent. Without going into too much detail, it's a propensity tool available in Partner Center that enables you to tap into your existing opportunity for cross-sell and upsell in your existing customer base. When we look at it for Pax8 and Pax8 partners worldwide, there's around $1.9 billion worth of opportunity that sits in there, and around 1.05 billion of that is in business applications. So it really is a great opportunity, and there's never been a better time to start, and never been an easier time to start, which I think is even more important. Like I say, you can go and have a look at the training that exists in Academy. This is a 1-hour course, Dynamics 365, your next sales opportunity. And as I just mentioned, Cloud Ascent, I will also say there's a 30-minute Cloud Ascent course as well. So in 90 minutes on Pax8 Academy, you can learn how to spot your opportunities, actually see those in data form, what opportunities you have in your existing customer base through Cloud Ascent, and then learn how to go and talk to them and how and unlock those opportunities for Dynamics 365. So definitely a 90-minute investment well spent. On that, I'm going to hand over to the next presenter to talk around Pax8 momentum. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Jumping back in to get us closed out. But before we head on over to our Q&A, just want to touch on a few events we have coming up. The first is Pax8 Momentum. Momentum is a revamped new event for business leaders, technical partners, that sharpens the focus on translating knowledge gained from previous Pax8 events, think boot camps, missions briefings, launch briefings, into operational success. With customized breakout sessions and an interactive approach, this event delves deeper into the key aspects to help our partners achieve their goals. If you're interested in joining, we'll be dropping the registration link over here in the chat window. Momentum will be happening August 10th through the 12th locally here in Denver. We'll be looking forward to seeing partners join. And if you want to hit the next slide, we can go through some of our hands-on labs and partner enablement sessions that are coming up over the next few months. So here in August, September, we have a packed couple months with some modern work hands-on labs, some Azure hands-on labs. So if you're looking to get a little more technical expertise, dive a little deeper into some of these specific features, scan this QR code. We'll also be dropping the registration link for this in the chat window. We'll be looking forward to seeing you join. And one last thing I did want to touch on, I know we don't have a slide on this, but happening later this month is our virtual Dynamics 365 bootcamp, August 29th through the 30th. So please join us then. Matthew Batterby will be joining us back along with a few other folks to go through some amazing Dynamics 365 technical content, as well as some Power Platform technical content. So looking forward to seeing partners join there. And if we want to just close out, just want to share a few resources. We'll be dropping these in the chat window, but these are some resources for things you've heard talked about throughout the day. So if you're looking to learn more, these resources will be available for you to directly access. And with that, we'll jump into our live Q&A. Our hosts are all here. We're going to answer any questions you drop in the chat window. So please, if there's anything, drop it in the chat window and we'll go through some Q&A live. But if there is nothing, I do want to thank our partners so much for joining us today. I appreciate you. I know the Monday morning isn't always the easiest, but do appreciate our partners always joining. I appreciate Matt, Ashley, Britton. Thank you so much for joining, presenting today. And again, we'll be staying live here for a few. If there are any questions, we'll get those answered live. But again, thank you for attending, and I hope all our partners have a wonderful day.